Most people buying pickles in the grocery store have never been told there are two completely different products on that shelf, and that the distinction between them has nothing to do with the brand and everything to do with how the pickle was made. The first type is a lacto-fermented pickle. It is made the way pickles have been made for thousands of years. Cucumbers submerged in a saltwater brine, left to ferment at room temperature, where naturally occurring lactobacillus bacteria convert sugars into lactic acid. The lactic acid preserves the cucumber, develops the flavor, and produces a living food full of beneficial bacteria. A lacto-fermented pickle is, nutritionally speaking, in the same category as yogurt, kefir, and sauerkraut. It supports gut microbiome diversity, contributes to immune function, and has the kind of nutritional profile that explains why fermented vegetables have appeared in every traditional food culture on Earth. The second type is a vinegar-brined pickle. It is made by submerging cucumbers in a heated vinegar and salt solution, then pasteurizing the jar. The heat kills all bacteria, including any beneficial ones that might have formed. The vinegar produces the sour flavor that consumers associate with pickles without the fermentation that produces the nutritional benefit. A vinegar-brined, pasteurized pickle is a flavored, sodium-dense cucumber, nothing more. The majority of the pickle shelf in mainstream American grocery stores is the second type, and most consumers buying them have never been told the difference. Here are 6 pickle brands worth buying, and 3 that don't hold up when you look past the label. If this matters to you, like and subscribe. Let's get into it. 1. Bubby's Bread and Butter Pickles. Bubby's has built its reputation on a specific and documented commitment. Genuine lacto-fermentation, no vinegar, no artificial preservatives, no added coloring, no pasteurization that would kill the cultures the fermentation process produces. The Bubby's Bread and Butter variant is the brand's sweetened offering, and it represents one of the cleanest formulations in the bread and butter pickle subcategory. The ingredient list includes cucumbers, water, sugar, salt, spices, and natural flavor. Nothing that doesn't belong in a pickle. The product is refrigerated, which is the reliable signal that live cultures may be present. Unlike most bread and butter pickles on the mainstream shelf, the Bubby's version does not contain artificial dyes, sodium benzoate, or polysorbate 80. The bread and butter format has a mild sweetness that makes it genuinely accessible for consumers who find dill pickles too sharp, and that sweetness is achieved with real sugar at a level low enough to leave the overall sodium and flavor profile of the pickle intact. The spice blend, mustard seed, celery seed, turmeric, is naturally derived and contributes to the flavor complexity without the artificial flavoring systems that define most commercial bread and butter pickles. Bubby's ferments in small batches and sells exclusively through the refrigerated section. The brand is one of the most widely available, genuine fermented pickle brands in American natural foods retail, found at most Whole Foods locations, most natural foods grocers, and increasingly at mainstream chains that have expanded their refrigerated fermented food offerings. The live culture dimension of Bubby's deserves specific attention for adults past 60. Research on gut microbiome diversity in older adults consistently shows that fermented vegetable consumption supports the beneficial bacterial populations that decline with age and that are associated with immune function, bowel regularity, and even cognitive health through the gut-brain axis. A conventional shelf-stable pickle contributes none of this. A genuinely fermented Bubby's pickle contributes it daily with every serving. This pickle quietly delivers what the shelf-stable bread and butter alternatives cannot: a live culture food with a clean formulation, accessible flavor, and the gut health benefit that fermented vegetables are known for. The distinction between Bubby's bread and butter and a conventional bread and butter pickle is the distinction between a yogurt and a pudding cup that tastes like yogurt. 2. Grillo's Pickles, Italian dill spears. Grillo's built its brand on the kind of origin story that is easy to dismiss as marketing and harder to dismiss once you read the ingredient list. The brand started as a pickle cart in Boston, selling fresh brined pickles in Boston Common to anyone who would buy them. The product that cart was selling, Grillo's uses white wine vinegar rather than distilled white vinegar, which contributes a rounder, less sharp acidity than the standard commercial pickle. The grape leaves, a traditional pickling addition from Italian and Middle Eastern food traditions, contain tannins that help maintain the cucumber's crunch without the need for calcium chloride or other synthetic firming agents. The product is refrigerated and marketed as a fresh pickle rather than a shelf-stable pickle, which reflects the minimal processing philosophy behind the brand. The cucumbers are brined cold rather than pasteurized, which means the heat processing step that gives shelf-stable pickles their indefinite shelf life is absent, but so is the heat damage to flavor and texture that defines most commercial pickles. Grillo's has achieved genuinely widespread mainstream distribution, making it one of the most accessible clean ingredient pickle brands in American grocery retail. For consumers who want a straightforward Italian-style dill pickle without the industrial additive profile of conventional alternatives, Grillo's is one of the clearest upgrade options available. This pickle quietly delivers what most commercial dill pickles cannot: a genuinely minimal ingredient list, a fresh cold brine flavor profile, and zero additives doing work that real ingredients should be doing doing instead. 3. Trader Joe's Organic Kosher Dill Pickles. Trader Joe's house brand pickle program has produced one of the best value, clean ingredient pickles in American retail, with a certified organic formulation and a simple ingredient list that is competitive with pickles priced 3 to 4 times higher at specialty retailers. The Trader Joe's Organic Kosher Dill Pickle contains organic cucumbers, water. The USDA organic certification covers the cucumber and the key aromatics, which means the farming practices that produce the primary ingredient are verified against synthetic pesticide use. The calcium chloride is a mineral firming agent. It appears widely in clean ingredient pickles as an alternative to artificial firming agents, and while it is an additive, it is one of the least concerning in the pickle category. The absence of sodium benzoate, polysorbate 80, yellow 5, and HFCS from the Trader Joe's organic formulation puts it significantly above the conventional pickle brands at mainstream grocery pricing. The flavor is a straightforward, well-balanced kosher dill. The garlic and dill are real rather than represented by natural flavoring, and the overall acidity is calibrated for the category without the harsh vinegar sharpness that characterizes cheaper commercial pickles. For consumers without access to specialty fermented food retailers, but with access to a Trader Joe's location, this pickle represents one of the most straightforward mainstream upgrades available from conventional commercial dill pickles. Certified organic, minimal additives, clean formulation, and a price point that is competitive with the conventional alternatives at any major grocery chain. This pickle quietly delivers what certified organic sourcing and a clean formulation can deliver in a format that is genuinely accessible to most American grocery shoppers at a price that makes the upgrade easy to justify. 4. Clausen Kosher Dill Pickles. Clausen occupies a specific and important position in the mainstream American pickle market. A refrigerated commercial pickle that has maintained a cleaner formulation than most of its shelf-stable competitors without positioning itself as a specialty or premium product. The brand is widely available in the refrigerated case of most mainstream grocery chains, priced competitively with the shelf-stable brands and without the specialty store premium that other cleaner ingredient pickles carry. For most American consumers, Clausen is the most accessible conventional market pickle that is significantly better than the shelf-stable alternatives on formulation grounds. Clausen Kosher Dill Pickles contains polysorbate 80. The polysorbate 80 is worth noting. It is an emulsifier used in commercial food production that has been associated in some animal research with gut microbiome disruption and low-grade inflammatory changes in the gut lining. It is present in Clausen at low levels, and the concern is more relevant for high-frequency consumption of multiple polysorbate-containing foods than for pickles consumed occasionally. It is a legitimate formulation note, but not a disqualifying concern for most consumers. What elevates Clausen above the shelf-stable conventional pickle brands is the absence of sodium benzoate, the absence of yellow 5, the absence of HFCS, and the refrigerated storage that produces a crisper texture and fresher flavor profile than any shelf-stable commercial pickle can match. The brand's cold pack process, cucumbers packed into brine without cooking, preserves more of the natural crunch and color than heat-processed alternatives. This is why Clausen pickles have a noticeably different texture and snap than Vlasic or Heinz from the same supermarket shelf. Clausen is not a fermented pickle and does not provide probiotic benefit. It is a vinegar-brined, cold-packed commercial pickle with a meaningfully cleaner additive profile than its shelf-stable competitors. In the context of mainstream grocery shopping without access to a natural foods retailer, it is the most straightforward upgrade available on the conventional pickle shelf. This pickle quietly delivers what the mainstream refrigerated section can offer at conventional grocery prices: a meaningfully cleaner formulation than shelf-stable commercial alternatives, fresher flavor and better texture from cold brine processing, and broad availability that makes it the most accessible upgrade for most American pickle consumers. 5. Real Pickles Organic Dill Pickles. Real Pickles is a worker-owned cooperative in western Massachusetts that produces genuine lacto-fermented pickles using certified organic cucumbers and a production philosophy built around the kind of small batch, traditional fermentation that most commercial pickle brands have abandoned entirely. The Real Pickles Organic Dill contains organic cucumbers. The absence of vinegar is the key signal. This is a brine fermented rather than vinegar acidified pickle, which means the sour flavor comes from lactic acid produced by fermentation rather than from added acid. The lactic acid fermentation process produces the lactobacillus cultures that put this pickle in the live culture food category alongside bubbies and other genuinely fermented products. The organic certification covers both the cucumbers and the aromatics. The worker-owned cooperative structure means the brand's production philosophy is driven by the people making the product rather than by shareholder return requirements, which, in a category where formulation shortcuts are easy and consumer scrutiny is low, is a meaningful institutional difference. Real Pickles Pickles distributes regionally in the Northeast and is available nationally through online natural foods retailers and at select Whole Foods locations. The distribution is more limited than Bubby's or Grillo's, which is the honest caveat. This is not a coast-to-coast mainstream grocery shelf brand, but for consumers who have access to it, Real Pickles is one of the most nutritionally complete, most transparently produced commercial pickles available anywhere in the American market. This pickle quietly delivers what the organic certification, the lacto-fermentation tradition, and the worker cooperative production philosophy combine to produce a genuinely living food made from 5 ingredients by people who have a stake in making it correctly. 6. Farmhouse culture. Garlic dill, pickle, kraut farmhouse culture occupies a different format position from the other 5 entries. This is a pickle kraut rather than a whole or sliced pickle, meaning the cucumbers are finely cut or shredded and fermented in a format closer to sauerkraut than to a spear or chip. The format distinction matters for specific consumers. For those eating pickles primarily for the probiotic benefit rather than as a condiment or snack, the shredded kraut format allows a larger quantity of fermented vegetable to be eaten in a single serving. A tablespoon of pickle kraut contains more fermented cucumber by weight than a single pickle spear, and the surface area exposure to the brine during fermentation is higher, which produces a more fully fermented product. The product is unpasteurized and sold refrigerated. The brand has achieved mainstream distribution through Whole Foods, Sprouts, and other natural foods chains, and the garlic dill flavor profile bridges the gap between sauerkraut and conventional pickle flavor, making it more accessible for consumers who find plain sauerkraut too sour or too different from familiar flavors. For consumers who are specifically interested in the gut health dimension of fermented vegetables and want to maximize probiotic benefit per serving, the farmhouse culture format delivers a higher density of fermented vegetable matter than any whole pickle format while remaining in the familiar dill pickle flavor territory. Now here are 3 pickle brands worth reconsidering. Pickle to avoid. Number 1, Vlasic Dill Pickles. Vlasic is the most recognized pickle brand in the United States, with the stork mascot and the distinctive jar shape embedded in American grocery culture across multiple generations. The brand accounts for a significant share of total American pickle sales and is the default pickle choice in most mainstream grocery stores nationwide. The Vlasic stork has been a television advertising fixture since the 1970s, and the brand's crunch marketing has built consumer expectations around texture that the actual product delivers through calcium chloride and alum, rather than through superior cucumber quality or fresher processing. The formulation is where the gap between brand recognition and product quality is most visible. The sodium benzoate is a preservative that, in the presence of vitamin C or ascorbic acid, can convert to benzene, a known human carcinogen classified as such by the EPA and the International Agency for Research on Cancer. Pickles do not typically contain added vitamin C, which limits the benzene formation concern in the pickle itself, but sodium benzoate is a preservative that the EU has moved to restrict in multiple food categories based on precautionary principle and accumulative dietary exposure concerns. The yellow 5 in Vlasic pickles serves one purpose: producing the bright yellow-green color that consumers associate with a fresh-looking commercial pickle. Cucumbers brined and processed commercially without color additives tend toward a darker olive-drab color. Yellow 5 is applied to make the finished product look brighter and more appetizing than the processing actually left it. It adds nothing to flavor, texture, or preservation. It is purely cosmetic, applied to a food product. The polysorbate 80 and alum round out a formulation that combines multiple synthetic additives where a genuine pickle, as demonstrated by every brand on the good list above, requires none of them. So while Vlasic has built the most recognized pickle brand in America through the stork, the crunch marketing, and decades of shelf dominance, this jar quietly raises a question the familiar label is designed to prevent. When the color is synthetic, the preservative has regulatory concerns, and the formulation requires 5 additives that real pickles don't need. What exactly is the brand recognition attached to? Pickle to avoid. Number 2, Mount Olive bread and butter chips. Mount Olive is a major regional pickle brand with strong distribution across the southeastern United States and growing national presence, with a product line that covers most of the mainstream pickle subcategories. The bread and butter chips variant is the specific entry on this list, and it represents one of the most additive-dense formulations in the mainstream pickle category. The presence of both yellow 5 and yellow 6 is notable. Both are petroleum-derived artificial dyes, both require warning labels in the European Union on products that contain them, and both serve the same purely cosmetic function of producing an appealing golden color in the finished pickle. 2 separate artificial dyes with no flavor function in a food product where the natural color of the cucumber is simply less commercially appealing. The sugar content in the bread and butter format adds to the already elevated sodium. A serving of Mount Olive bread and butter chips contributes both a meaningful sugar load and a significant sodium contribution. For adults past 60, managing both blood sugar and cardiovascular health. The combination of high sugar and high sodium in a product frequently perceived as a low-calorie snack is worth understanding clearly. The sodium benzoate is present here as in the Vlasic entry, with the same documented preservation concerns and the same EU regulatory scrutiny. Pickle to avoid. Number 3. Heinz Genuine Dill Pickles. Heinz is primarily known for its ketchup, and the brand's extension into the pickle category trades on the enormous trust that the Heinz name carries in condiments and preserved foods broadly. The brand has occupied pantry shelves across American households for over 150 years, and the Heinz name on any food product communicates a quality assurance that most consumers never think to examine. The formulation concern is specific and sits at the intersection of consumer assumption and product reality. Heinz Genuine Dill Pickles. The word genuine doing significant marketing work in the formulation is essentially identical to the Vlasic entry. The same preservative concerns, the same artificial dye with no flavor function, the same alum and polysorbate 80, and the same shelf-stable pasteurized production that produces no live cultures and no probiotic benefit. The genuine in the product name specifically deserves scrutiny. In a consumer context where the distinction between genuinely fermented pickles and pasteurized vinegar-brined pickles is increasingly understood by health-conscious shoppers, a brand name that includes the word genuine does specific work in implying an authenticity the formulation does not back up. It communicates the pickle-making tradition that Heinz's 150-year heritage suggests, and conceals the sodium benzoate, the yellow 5, and the industrial additive profile that the tradition-invoking label is placed on top of. Heinz Genuine Dill is a pasteurized, shelf-stable, sodium benzoate preserved, yellow 5 colored commercial pickle. The word genuine on the label describes the Heinz brand's association with the pickle tradition, not anything about the production method, the ingredient quality, or the formulation transparency of the specific product in the jar. The same word does the same impression management for a lesser product that a clean ingredient brand would never need it for. So while Heinz has built extraordinary consumer trust through the ketchup category and extended that trust to its pickle line through the umbrella brand, this jar quietly raises a question the word genuine, and for anyone who eats pickles regularly, the upgrade costs almost nothing in time, money, or convenience. For adults past 60 who eat pickles regularly as a low-calorie, flavorful food, and who may be reaching for the fermented vegetable marketing benefit that the good brands actually deliver and the bad brands do not. Knowing which jar in the store actually contains what the pickle category's health reputation is built on is the most direct way to make that daily habit work as intended. You don't have to throw out every jar in your refrigerator tonight, but knowing which pickles are actually delivering what the label implies and which ones are applying yellow 5 to make a vinegar-brined cucumber look like something it isn't is always a better position to be in than not knowing. If this video gave you something to think about, go ahead and like it. It helps this content reach people who need to see it. Share it with someone who grabs the same pickle jar every week without ever reading the ingredient list. They might be glad you did. And if you want more videos that break down what's actually in the everyday products most people never stop to question, subscribe and turn on notifications, because the more clearly you understand what's in your jar, the better the decisions you get to make for yourself.